Hi guys, welcome to the Fundamentals of IELTS Writing Task 2, a 10-part series covering what you need to know in the academic IELTS Writing Task 2. In this series, we're going to break down the 3 simple stages of how to write an effective essay in Writing Task 2. And these stages are the planning stage, the writing stage, and the checking stage. In the previous video, we covered how to write an impressive introduction, which has 3 different parts. And these are a paraphrase of the question, a thesis statement, and an outline statement. Now, in this video, we're going to look at body paragraphs. Now, as you see here, we have the writing task to band descriptor focusing on task achievement. I've also highlighted one of the key factors on how to get bands 6 to 9. If you see here, if you take a look at this box here, you can see that to get a band 6, you must present relevant main ideas. However, if you're aiming for band 7 and above, you must not only present main ideas, but also expand and support them. So that means a good body paragraph has relevant, extended, and supported ideas. Now, I'm going to show you a good and bad example of a body paragraph. And I want you to identify which one's the good one and which one's the bad one. The question is, some parents think that child care centers provide the best services for children of preschool age. Other working parents think that family members such as grandparents will be better carers for their kids. Discuss both views and give your opinion. And the 2 examples are the following. You've got sample 1 and sample 2. So feel free to pause this video if you need some time to think. All right. So which one do you think is a good one and which one's the bad one? Well, obviously, the second one is the bad example. And what makes this body paragraph a bad one? Well, there are 3 reasons. And the first one is that this body paragraph just has many different arguments which are so general. As you see, grandparents are the best people to look after children for very obvious reasons. This is, well, like the topic sentence of the body paragraph, and the next 3 sentences are all different arguments. Let's read. Grandparents really love their grandchildren and would never harm them. That's one argument. Also, the children really love their grandparents and feel comfortable with them. That's another argument. Finally, grandparents have lots of experience taking care of children because they're old and looked after children for many years themselves. Another argument. So as you see, this body paragraph just have many different arguments. These have not been extended with explanations, and they lack examples. And these are the reasons why this one is the bad one. Now, how about the good body paragraph? This is a good body paragraph, well, because it has only one main argument, and that is parents prefer grandparents because they trust them. We can find this one in the first sentence, and this is called the topic sentence. This argument also has an explanation which can be found in the second sentence. In other words, they do not trust a stranger to look after their child, and they feel confident that no harm will come to the child whilst being looked after by the grandparents. A clear explanation of the first sentence, which is the main argument. And finally, this is supported by a specific example, which can be found in the last sentence. For example, a 2013 study from Cambridge University showed that 62% of working mothers prefer a member of the immediate family to provide care when they are at work. So yeah, a good buddy paragraph has three components: one argument, an explanation, and a specific example. It doesn't mean that you must only write 3 sentences in your buddy paragraphs. It doesn't matter how many sentences you write. What matters more is that your buddy paragraph has these 3 things right here. And as I mentioned in the previous video, make sure that you only write one main idea in each buddy paragraph. Now let's look at writing a topic sentence. But first, what is a topic sentence? It is a sentence that tells the reader what the main idea of the paragraph is. That is why it's more effective to write it in the first sentence of your buddy paragraph. So let's take a look at other examples. We have another question right here. Most high-level positions in companies are filled by men, even though the workforce in many developed countries is more than 50% female. Companies should be required to allocate a certain percentage of these positions to women. Do you agree? Obviously, we've got an opinion essay right here asking us whether we agree to the given topic or not. As I mentioned, before you start writing, make sure that you generate ideas first so that you will not have troubles while you're in the process of writing. Let's say we agree to this topic, to this statement, and our ideas are the following: because of fairness, equality, to prevent discrimination, women outperform men in many jobs, and women outperform men in many schools and university subjects. But of course, you don't have to write all of them. You just have to choose 2 which you believe you can easily extend, easily support with specific examples. And yeah, you don't have to worry about the other ideas that you've generated. You just have to make sure that you've got 2 which you feel comfortable writing more. So let's say we choose to prevent discrimination and women outperform men in many schools and university subjects as our 2 main ideas. So how do we write the topic sentence? For the first main idea, our topic sentence could be like this: women should be allocated a certain percentage of roles. Okay, so here we're saying that we agree to the given topic, so we write it first. And why do we agree to that? Because to not do so discriminates against them due to their gender. All right, I hope that's clear. First, we state the answer. We state that we agree that women should be allocated a certain percentage of roles. And why do we agree to that? Because not doing so discriminates against them. Now, how about for the second main idea? Females should be given a bigger share of jobs as they currently outperform males in most university subjects. Again, first we answered the question whether we agree or not, and we state, yeah, we agree that females should be given a bigger share of jobs. Why? As they currently outperform males in most university subjects. It's very clear. Our main ideas are clearly stated in these sentences, and these are relevant to the answer why we agree to the given topic. Now, try taking some of the other ideas in the previous slide and write a topic sentence for each of them. Now, how about giving an explanation? When you give an explanation, you should assume that the reader has no knowledge of the topic at all, and you need to explain what you mean in order for them to understand. Some students actually think that the examiners already know their point, already understand their point. That's why they don't give an explanation. But that is what makes their score lower, because an explanation is vital in a body paragraph. And there are several ways of how you can give your explanation. And you must make use of linking devices or discourse markers in doing this. So we have here some of the linking devices that are commonly used in IELTS writing. Of course, there are a lot more to this, but for the sake of giving examples, these are some that you can also use. That is to say, in other words, these are linking devices. This is because the reason is for giving reasons, and as a result is a consequence, and therefore for describing results. Right? So that means there are three different ways of how we can give an explanation. First, to explain what your topic sentence means by using these two devices. Second, by giving the reason why you believe so. You can use two of these discourse markers. And finally, give the result of your topic sentence. And you can use these three discourse markers right here. And you don't need to use all three of them. You just have to choose one which you think you can easily write about. And let's look at some examples. All right. So for the first idea that we have, our explanation goes like this. As a result, women will be denied jobs not because of their intellect or skill, but simply because of their sex. All right? This sentence gives the result of our idea. So what happens if women are discriminated? So they are denied jobs. And that's not because of their skill. It's not because of their intellect, but just because of their gender, of their sex. For the second main idea, our explanation goes like this. That is to say, those young women are just as qualified as men, if not more, and should therefore be given at least an equal share in the job market. So this explanation here explains our main idea. So it explains what we mean by female outperforming males. And that means that women are also qualified like men. And what happens? What's the result of that? They should be given an equal share in the job market. So it's a combination of explaining and giving the results. So you have to take note that explanation should relate to the question and not just generally explain what the idea is. It should be an explanation of how the idea answers the question. Okay? How the idea answers the question. So how does this explanation answer your idea right here? How does this explanation answer your idea right here? All right. So body paragraphs don't only have topic sentences or explanations, but also examples. And a lot of students have difficulty here because they tend to give too general examples. So why do we actually need examples? Examples make our argument stronger. And if you can't think of a good example, it's always fine to make one up. Remember that the examiner will not really go on the net, surf the internet and check whether your statistics or examples that you wrote there in your essay are accurate. So you don't have to worry too much about that. All you have to make sure is that your example is still relevant to the idea that you have written. Now, let's look at 3 different examples right here. Which do you think is the best example for this body paragraph? Example 1 is too general. It just says, for example, lots of women fail to get jobs solely on the basis of their gender. Okay, yeah, it's accurate, but it's too general. Example 2. Well, this one's better, but still, business women in Asia is very general. How about the last example? Well, this one uses an actual newspaper, the Straits Times, to report specific statistics, 9 of Singapore's top 100 from a specific place, Singapore, at a specific time, 2014. Obviously, this one is a specific example, which makes it the best one out of the 3. All right? And so these are the 3 components of a good body paragraph. So let's review. In this video, we discussed how to write good body paragraphs. I've shown you some good and bad examples, how to write a topic sentence, give an explanation, and give an example. So I hope that you got some ideas on how to write good, effective, impressive body paragraphs. In our next video, I'm going to share to you how to write an impressive conclusion and how to check your essays. So see you in the next video. Bye!